Psychopaths can be hard to spot, but there are certain signs that give them away. You might be dealing with one without even knowing it. They're charming, manipulative, and sometimes even dangerous. But how can you tell if someone around you fits this description? It's not always easy, but pay close attention to their behavior. From fake kindness to sudden mood swings, psychopaths can trick you into thinking they're normal. You might feel like you're walking on eggshells, never knowing what they'll do next. But don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot these warning signs and protect yourself. So, if you want to stay safe and learn how to recognize these red flags, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share it with friends. Let's keep this important information going. You never know who might need to see this. Stay tuned, because the signs are closer than you think. Number 1. Charm that feels too good to be true. Psychopaths are often incredibly charming. They know exactly how to win you over with smooth talk, a flattering smile, and seemingly perfect behavior. This charm is not genuine. It's a tool used to manipulate people into trusting them. Psychopaths can use this charm to get close to you quickly, making you feel like there's someone you can rely on. But what's dangerous is that this charm hides their true nature. They may make you feel like you're the most important person in the world, creating a connection that feels rare and special. They'll listen intently, nodding and responding just right, giving the impression that they truly care about you. But in reality, they're just playing a part. Their charm often fades once they've achieved their goal, whether that's getting your trust, manipulating you into doing something for them, or simply making you feel dependent on them. You might also notice that they can be extremely engaging in social situations, gaining admiration from others easily. However, this isn't because they have a deep connection with anyone. It's just a performance, a tactic used to hide their true feelings and intentions. When this charm feels too good to be true, it usually is. The key is to recognize when someone's behavior seems overly flattering, and if it starts to feel like they are trying too hard to get your attention or approval. Number, lack of guilt or remorse. One of the biggest signs you're dealing with a psychopath is their complete lack of guilt or remorse for harmful actions. Psychopaths are not capable of feeling the emotional weight of their actions, no matter how much they affect others. This absence of guilt can make them seem cold, calculating, and unfeeling. When a psychopath does something wrong, they often don't care about the consequences or the pain they've caused. Instead of apologizing or feeling bad, they might blame others or deflect responsibility. They are experts at justifying their actions, no matter how damaging they may be. For example, if they hurt someone, they might say, "It wasn't that bad," or "You're overreacting." This lack of remorse is often what makes psychopaths so dangerous. Since they have no emotional response to the harm they cause, they are more likely to continue their manipulative behavior without any hesitation. They might also try to convince others that their actions are perfectly acceptable, leading people to believe that their behavior is normal. One key thing to notice is how they react to situations where they have hurt someone. Do they seem genuinely sorry, or do they act as if nothing happened or it wasn't important? The more they brush off their bad actions, the more likely it is you're dealing with a psychopath. Number 3. Master of manipulation. Psychopaths are experts at manipulation. They have a way of twisting situations, emotions, and even facts to make others bend to their will. They are often very skilled in reading people and understanding their weaknesses. Once they have this knowledge, they use it to manipulate others into doing what they want. Manipulation can come in many forms. Psychopaths might use guilt trips, lies, or even play on your insecurities to get what they want. They can make you feel responsible for their problems, causing you to take the blame for things you didn't do. They might also use flattery and promises to make you feel special, but it's all part of their plan to control you. They also excel at playing mind games. A psychopath might act like they're your friend, only to suddenly turn on you when you least expect it. They can switch from being kind to cold and distant, creating confusion and making you second-guess your own feelings. This keeps you on edge, unsure of where you stand with them, and more likely to give in to their demands. What's dangerous about manipulation is that it can be so subtle that you don't even realize it's happening. You may start to question your own decisions, wondering if you're being too harsh or unfair. But in reality, It's the psychopath's manipulation that's causing these doubts. Number 4. Fake empathy. They act like they care. Psychopaths are not capable of real empathy. They might pretend to care, but it's all for show. They understand what it means to be empathetic and can mimic those behaviors to gain trust and influence others. This is one of the reasons why psychopaths are so good at blending in. They know exactly how to act in order to appear emotionally intelligent. They may seem to care deeply about your problems or offer emotional support, but if you look closer, their actions don't match their words. They might say all the right things, but they won't follow up with meaningful actions. They may even act overly concerned about your well-being to make you feel special, but it's always for their own benefit. When a psychopath acts empathetic, it's usually because they want something from you. They might pretend to understand your struggles or make you believe that they've been through similar experiences. But the truth is, they don't actually care. They are simply using your emotions to manipulate you. It's important to differentiate between real empathy and fake empathy. True empathy involves genuine concern for someone else's feelings and well-being, while fake empathy is just a performance designed to get something in return. Number always playing the victim. Psychopaths often play the victim to manipulate others into feeling sorry for them. They might tell you stories of how they've been mistreated, misunderstood, or wronged by others. The goal is to get sympathy and to avoid taking responsibility for their own actions. By portraying themselves as the victim, they can deflect blame and make others feel obligated to help or support them. This is a classic tactic that allows them to gain control over situations and people. For example, if they hurt someone or made a mistake, they might turn the situation around and say something like, "I didn't deserve that," or "Why is everyone always out to get me?" Playing the victim also helps them avoid accountability. Number 6. Love bombing. Then suddenly cold. Psychopaths are known for intense highs and lows in how they treat people. At first, they may overwhelm you with attention, compliments, and affection. This phase is known as love bombing. They'll make you feel like you're the most important person in the world, like you've finally found someone who gets you. But once they feel like they've gained your trust or control, things quickly shift. That warmth disappears, and suddenly, they're distant, cold, or even cruel. You're left confused, trying to figure out what changed or what you did wrong. This tactic isn't random. It's designed to keep you emotionally hooked. When someone gives you affection and then takes it away without warning, your brain goes into overdrive trying to win that love back. It's a trap, a cycle of emotional highs and lows that makes you more dependent on their approval. Psychopaths use this push-pull method to create emotional chaos. They want you chasing after their affection while they stay in control. And if you ask why they've changed, they'll twist it around and make you feel like you're the problem. Number 7. They study you like a puzzle. Psychopaths don't just interact with people, they analyze them. From the moment you meet, they're silently studying your reactions, your weaknesses, your strengths, and your emotional triggers. It's like they're building a psychological profile of you. They notice what makes you light up and what shuts you down. They remember the things you're insecure about and the people you care about the most. But they're not doing this out of interest or affection. They're gathering information to use against you later. This is how they become so good at manipulation. They know exactly what strings to pull to get what they want. They might act incredibly understanding at first, making you feel seen and validated. But over time, you'll realize that the things you shared in vulnerability are now being used to guilt trip, shame, or control you. A healthy person listens to understand. A psychopath listens to use. And by the time you realize what they're doing, you may already feel emotionally entangled and unsure how to get out.